Hello, folks. Welcome to My Winning Circle. My name is Suavo, and today we're going to talk a little bit about how close, actually, one can be to winning. So, um, for the future videos, I'm going to zoom in on each and every single one of these fields so everybody can see the numbers clearly. But I wanted to give you an example of what I did today after work. I sat down and I told myself, you know what, I'm just gonna take time picking numbers and patterns, and I'm gonna see if I can uh, make any sense out of it. So I picked patterns, and guess what? Not a single number hit. What does that mean? Does it mean that I didn't hit any single pattern, or does it mean that I just didn't hit a pattern? I missed at least one pattern when I picked out of the two that I picked. So I have a really nice way of telling that. And for example, all I gotta do is unhide some fields, and it's telling me what fields hit how many times. And the highest, of course, is displayed above in the window up here. So all these twos out of the two patterns. So if the patterns overlap, there is a sum of each, and boom, it draws the number at the top in the top field. So let's take a look. The first number, these are the numbers that we had today come out. So first number was 14. This is 5. This is 14. That means I hit one pattern and missed one pattern. So if you go to, for example, it's not so easy to guess which one, but I'm gonna go to the red 2 because I know that's the one that was wrong. I'm gonna change it to 0, and look at that. There's my 14. If not that pattern right here, I would have hit that number, but I didn't, and that's what matters. Remember, folks, that's exactly what matters. Second number was 29. 29, that's 18, so 29 is here. 18, 29. I also hit one pattern. If you go to number 3, 31 was the number. So this is 22. This is 31. I didn't hit a single pattern. Okay. And when you scroll down and unhide these windows, the fourth number was 56. So 66 is right here. 56 is right here. Look at that, folks. Another pattern hit. So that gives me 1, 2, 3 out of 4. If I come down here, the winning number was 61. We got 64. There's 61. I didn't hit anything. So that gives me 1, 2, 3, 3 out of 5. And when you come down to number 6, I chose 3 patterns, and that was my mistake. I initially had the ones over here, but if look at that, if I didn't pick the third one to narrow down all these 4 choices, I would have had number 1, and 1 was drawn as the Powerball. So, what's the conclusion of it all? Picking the patterns is strictly based on luck, and that's a false statement, and I'll explain why. The patterns themselves get generated off of a logic. The logic that I wrote to generate all these patterns, in one way or another, repeat itself. So certain numbers fall into certain field, and these fields repeat themselves. For example, if you were to start with this field right here, this 2. Let me zoom in so you guys see it. And you guys can go ahead and count it. So we know that every column is a single drawing, right? So we're gonna go uh, as far as this drawing over here, okay? And we're gonna count. Write them down, going in time past, and further and past. So this drawing being the closest to today's date, this drawing being 3 or 4 days uh, uh, before that drawing, and so on. So write down these numbers: 3, 2, 2, 1, 2, 4, 2, 0, 3, 1, 4, 2, and 0. Right? Once you do, go ahead and do the same thing starting from this 0, and write down 0, 2, 4, 1, 3, 0, 2, 4, 2, 1, 2, 2, and 3. If you were to do that, you'll come to understand that starting from here, going all the way to here, there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 drawings that mirrored themselves starting from here. All those 13 is exact mirror of what I'm talking about. What does that mean? That means that the logic has some sort of a loop. The algorithm that they wrote in order to draw these numbers, there is some sort of a loop. And believe it or not, you can in one way or another predict how these numbers come out based on past history. If you're lucky enough to find a specific pattern that's happening, or sometimes the symmetrical things like this happen. They don't go all the way with symmetry because there's missing one, right? But this happened in the middle right here. It's quite 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 drawings that created it. 10 drawings, that's a month and a week. So, is lottery random? No. Can it be predictable? Yes. How do you predict it? By making an educated guess based on past results. That's where the luck of you picking numbers comes. And if you're lucky enough to find things like this, and they're not easy to see, I agree on that, right? But if you're capable of finding those things, you'll be actually able to predict the next one. So for example, you see this 0, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2. Yeah, I marked it to be 2. I should have looked what happened in the past, and look at this. See how this showed up here? Right? This is the pattern that I picked. And for this, for number 14, right? I picked 2. If I looked at the past and saw that it happened previously, I would have made an educated guess that it would have been 2, 3, 0. And if I put 0 in this field, it allows me to overwrite whatever pattern I picked. Okay, look at that. There's my 14. So, no luck this week. This week is like a week that I haven't actually won anything for the first time in the past 4 or 5 weeks. I usually have been the last four weeks. One time I won $95 playing, I think, Mega Million, and I've been winning like $16, $12, stuff like that. Spending $6 on every drawing. Recently, I bought a ticket for $15, which is today. And I think yesterday when I played, I don't remember what I played for, but usually I play for $6. Always play power play. Always mega player and power, mega player and whatever, power play and mega play, whatever they call them. Always play those. It's really worth it. So I hope you understand how this whole thing works, and I hope you understand how um, predictable the patterns can be. And with a little bit of luck, if your prediction comes true on both ends, for the first pattern you picked and for the second, there's no way why you shouldn't win. Anyway, folks, thanks for your time. Tomorrow we're gonna record some videos. About until then, I appreciate you being here, and I hope you guys have a great night. Bye.